First and foremost, the typical YouTuber stuff. Haha, this thing, liking and the commenting. Mamma mia, the liking and the commenting and the subscribing and all the hyping. Beautiful women are extremely insecure, immature. The first thing she does is put on makeup, right? And this is like her armor. This is like a knight putting on armor, and it's an excessive amount of armor a lot of the time. A lot of makeup. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry for women to cosmetically modify themselves every morning to look better. Now, the reason you're doing that and spending an hour every morning doing it is because you're insecure about how you look. Now, what's another thing these women do? They buy clothing and they spend hours and hours and hours finding the perfect dress that fits them just right. Now, I'm a fat guy and I just like camouflage stuff, and a lot of it doesn't fit my body that well because a lot of the camouflage stuff I wore was designed for big bulky dudes that are muscular that don't have any fat. So you guys have seen it on video. A lot of times I don't look so good with the clothes I wear, but I don't really care because I like my clothes because I like the camo, I like the cool designs, and I like the fabrics and how they feel. That's really why I'm buying them, right? And yeah, I kind of want to look good on my clothing, but I mean, if I really want to look good, I just lose weight. And I know that I have more to provide the world than how I look. I want to tell something else to you guys about the female sexuality, like how female desire works. To get them to climax, I'm going to use the word climax. I don't want to use the other word that begins with a C or I might get demonetized or something. But to get a woman to climax these days, it seems like it requires a team of Harvard scientists, especially the more men they've been with. They have the nerve to tell you that you've been desensitized to, pornography. They have the nerve to tell you that you've been desensitized to adult videos on the internet. However, I got news for the women that watch this. Men can climax whenever they want. As a matter of fact, I could stop filming this video and I could go in the other room and I could climax right now. I could climax on video right now if I wanted to. The video would get removed from YouTube as a terms of service violation. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is I can climax whenever I want. Okay? And the average man can climax whenever he wants. So this is something that incels forget. Okay? Women can have sex whenever they want. Men can whenever they want. Okay? Your ability to climax before you go to sleep every night, okay, is something that is a special gift that men have. So women are perpetually sexually unfulfilled. And the more male partners they get, the more their parabonding instinct diminishes. And they lose the ability to actually, all the cuddle hormone starts to go away. Women lose their parabonding instinct the more male partners they've been with, and they're unable to climax more and more. And then they make men feel bad about it, like it's your fault. It's your fault that she's messed up in the head and she can't climax. It's your fault. Yeah, it's not her fault for being with 50 guys. It's your fault. You're not performing well enough in bed. Yeah, BS, okay? I'm telling you, that's total BS. It's not your fault that she can't climax, okay? It is her fault. She has desensitized herself to sex because of the sheer number of men she has laid with, okay? So they have the nerve to tell you that you watching naughty videos on the internet has desensitized you to the imagery of beautiful women. However, they can't even climax because of the sheer number of men they've been with. Has anybody noticed this? Has anybody noticed this? Because I'll tell you right now, you could put a below average attractiveness woman way below average. I don't think I've ever had a woman in the room offering herself up and me not being able to get a stiffy. I don't think that's ever happened. And trust me, I've had some very unattractive women offer themselves up to me and I still get a stiffy, So I'm just being honest here, bro. Who's really desensitized to sexual things. Is it men or is it women? It's really women, because the average woman has a hell of a time even climaxing. And this is just the reality. Any guys that have watched this video that have a girlfriend know this. Okay? You got to call on a freaking team of Harvard scientists just to get your girlfriend to, you know. Now, there's going to be some guy in the comment section, I never have that problem with my girlfriend. I'm a Giga Chad, and I make her climax every night. Well, one, she might be lying to you, and two, okay, whatever, good for you, Mr. Giga Chad. Thank you for watching my video, Mr. Giga Chad. Thank you. Well, I'm Giga Chud, and Giga Chud is telling you that, I'm just speaking for most of my audience. Most of my audience will tell you that their girlfriend is not much of a, you know, and then plus she could be lying to you anyway. But most of the guys in my comment section that have girlfriends are going to tell you 100% that they can't get their girlfriend to climax. And guys, I'm not going to lie to you, it ain't really your job to get her to that point. You don't need to feel guilty about it. Can you try to get her to that point? Sure, you could try. But if she's unable to get to that point, that's in her head, okay? Her pleasure is not really your responsibility. She has to learn how to regulate her emotions and her body and her pleasure centers. That's not your problem. And men have been brainwashed into thinking that's their problem. You know, there's a lot of people that are subscribed to me that are incels. They haven't gotten laid yet. They're one of my subscribers though, so they're going to get laid sooner or later. To the incels that are watching this, do not be afraid of these women, okay? They are insecure. They have very low self-worth, okay? They have very low self-worth. They're extremely insecure because what's been happening is they've been going after high-status men, and these high-status men, they fuck zone them. So they're getting the high-status males to sleep with them, but they're not getting any commitment out of them. That's what's actually happening. So they feel like a used-up piece of meat. That's how these girls feel. And every morning, they put on their armor, their big, bulky suit of power armor, okay? Their makeup and their hand-picked clothing that was specifically picked, right, to look good on them. And their entire existence revolves around attracting you, okay? So, you know, it's attracting you. So them taking you up on your offer, taking your number from you, or rejecting you, it's both where their self-worth comes from, okay? So if you ask for her number and she says no, her rejecting you might be the only little shred of self-worth she has. Oh, I rejected somebody. That makes me important. Remember that. That might literally be that might be her moment of triumph. Oh, I rejected somebody. That means I'm important. I'm just letting you know, these girls are hopelessly insecure, okay? I've dated several beautiful women, and I've dated some not so beautiful ones, and honestly, the not so beautiful ones was a much better relationship, to be honest. Much better. They were much more mature. They hadn't had people bailing them out of every situation all their life. It's just much better having been in a relationship with these girls that are not so beautiful. And they were beautiful in their own way, but not by the internet standards, okay? Let me put it that way. You know, like my ex-wife Trish, you know, I mean, I'm really into the chunky emo girl kind of look, okay? You know, like she's got the piercings, and I was into that. You know, that's my thing. And it is my thing. Unfortunately, girls like that actually ignore me now, and it's actually the super hot, it's actually like the super hot swimsuit model girls that are actually hitting me up right now, and I don't want to talk to them. I want my chunky emo princess. I know she's out there somewhere. That's what I really want. But instead, I got these beautiful women trying to hit me up, and I don't want that. I want like a chunky emo chick, you know, like with piercings. That's kind of that's what I'm attracted to, you know. I know it's not the trad wife look. Yeah, whatever, bro. None of these women are trad anyway. It's over with. So, I mean, you just have to make them trad. You just got to hope they don't have a bunch of kids already, and sometimes you got to go to Goodwill and you just got to buy some damaged goods, you know. It is what it is, guys. Welcome to 2025. You know, sometimes you got to go to eBay and you need to find a a product that's lightly used. Sometimes that's the best thing you can buy, because otherwise you might go to Walmart and you might get some cheap plastic shit. And I'd rather have something made out of metal or steel or gold that's lightly used than something brand new from Walmart. if you understand my metaphor. And this is a terribly dehumanizing video, but you know, this is what modernity has brought us, guys. I'm sorry, but this is how the men and women view each other. This is what you know, modernity has brought us. We used to have a much better society, but this is how the genders view each other. Welcome to modernity, guys. Welcome to 2025. See you on the next one. Jordan Jarrett, signing off.